Greetings, Broken Arrow. Welcome to this edition of BA in Motion, Take 5. I'm City Manager Michael Spurgeon, and joining me today is Development Services Director Michael Skates. Michael, how you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you.
It's great to have you today. I asked Mr. Skates to come on the program to talk to the community about a very important event that's going to be coming up in March. It's our annual Homeowners Association Workshop. So Michael, when is the workshop and where it's going to be held?
The workshop is Saturday, March 3rd, and it's held at the Stony Creek Convention Center.
Okay, let's step back just a minute because I want to talk a little bit about your position as Development Services Director, but I wanted to make sure we got the date and location of the workshop out. How long have you been with the Development Services in the City of Broken Arrow?
I've been with the Development Services in the City of Broken Arrow for 13 years.
Now, Development Services, some folks may not know exactly what Development Services does. In some communities, as you know, the department's called Community Development. So right. What does Development Services do for the city?
Well, what we do for the city is we're a one-stop shop where citizens, developers, builders, contractors can come in and meet with staff and get permits, address situations on their property, handle code enforcement issues, and related items to their property.
Talk a little bit about the planning and zoning function you have as well, because as much as the city's growing right now, I mean, you've got a lot going on in your department in that area, don't you?
We do. We have a lot going on. We have about 65 projects between residential and commercial, and I have about 8 folks that handle the planning side of things, from comprehensive plans to plats to zoning, and it keeps us busy every day.
Okay, but let's go back to the upcoming workshop, because to me, this will be my third workshop that the city's going to be holding since I started, and I absolutely think it's awesome that we provide this opportunity. So let's talk about the history of the workshops. How long have they been going on, and how did they get started?
Okay, workshops have been going on for 20 years, and they started by an attorney that was dealing with some property issues and had met with staff, and in their conversations with staff decided that it might be a good idea to reach out to the HOAs that had existed 20 years ago and put together this workshop so that they could provide information on differences between covenants and what the city could actually enforce. Okay,
so from your perspective, you've been involved in many of them. Why do you think this is important for the city to hold this annual event?
Well, the importance of this event is to network with our homeowner associations and provide information that is related to properties within the subdivisions that allow us to provide information on how they can reach the city for various issues and how we can interact with them, from public safety to code enforcement, and create a atmosphere with them that is positive.
So what's the format? How are things set up, and what can those that attend expect when they come to the workshop, Michael?
The setup, we're going to have booths. We're going to have 20 booths. They're going to be all of our departments within the city are going to be represented, as well as outside agencies that address legal, accounting, horticulture. But it's an opportunity for the citizens to come in. They'll hear a quick statement from you, the city manager, and then they'll be able to kind of walk around and just kind of visit with staff and visit with various booths with streets, public safety, code enforcement, and get a general idea of what's available, how to contact the city, and how to take care of various problems, whether it's on their property, whether they want to build something, or they're trying to take care of nuisance problems within the neighborhood.
What I like about the format that you've set up is the fact that you have the different stations. So if you're interested in something to do with covenants, you can go to that station, or if you're interested in something to do with planning or zoning, you've got it set up to where you have members, like you said, from your department and the city there to address citizens. So once you've got what you needed for that, you can go on to another station, right?
Yes, sir. The stations are set up so there's no time limit. You can visit for 5 minutes, or you can spend all your time at that one station and gather information that's pertinent to the HOA. A lot of times we have existing HOAs that have been involved in a while, or brand new HOAs that are still learning how to form the HOA and what tasks they can take and provide back to their residents.
You know, what I liked was last year working with Superstar Krista Flash. You all set up that little area where you had the television, and we were showing council meetings and videos, and you had some cookies and coffee, and people can just kind of take a break, because the homeowner association, the workshop is several hours, right?
It is several hours. It's from 10 to 1:30, and during that time, it'll be interactive where they can walk around, and we have videos they can watch. We're going to be visiting with them on general obligation bond projects that are coming up, as well as there's a kids zone that parents can bring their kids, and kids can play, and we'll have an activity where they kind of create and get an opportunity to work on a neighborhood.
Well, we're going to take a quick break here, and we're actually going to interview a president of a homeowner association to get their take on why the upcoming workshop is important. So we'll be right back.
I've been to 3 of them so far, and everyone is very informative. They have a bunch of information that's, I think, invaluable from a financial standpoint, again, taxes, from a legal standpoint. I think there's some lawyers involved that do some presentations or ask some questions or answer questions. It's very, very helpful.
Okay, Michael, I think we've covered everything. Anything you want to finish up with regards to the upcoming annual workshop?
No, sir. I'd just like to thank everyone and hope they come out. It is for property owners, it's for renters, and folks within the HOAs that are learning and wanting to know more information of how to network with the city and different forms of information that they can receive.
Okay, folks, I want to thank Development Services Director Michael Skates. He's extremely busy. He's got to get back to the office because he's got lots of projects, as we heard. I want to thank you for joining us for this edition of BA in Motion Take 5. We hope that you found the information about the upcoming workshop informative. Until then, take care, and I hope to see you around town.